All right, fire away.
Did you think the layoff in any way affected the start?
I don't think so. I don't think the start was that bad. I think they're a good team, and like I said, games start out 0-0, and in basketball, you score 1, 2, and 3 points at a time, and those possessions have to accumulate to build a lead, and you're not going to start up, 30-0. So, and you're not going to beat Colgate by 30. They're a really good team. So, I was happy how our guys came out. I thought, the effort and energy was good, and we just kind of got a feel for them. And they're a good physical team who had a good plan that they're comfortable executing. So it just took us a little while to kind of unravel it.
They came in pretty good on the defensive rebounds, and it took, I think, about 11 minutes before you guys got your first offensive board. But then you finished with 14. Was there something that you had to change as far as the way the guys were?
Not really. We focused on offensive rebounding, and a lot of offensive rebounding is just effort and attentiveness. So we're on the guys to do that, and it's an important part of what we do, and it always has been, and hopefully it always will be.
And on the same thing, they didn't get a second shot the entire game. Their only offensive rebound was at the buzzer.
I'll have to go back and watch. Certain teams come in here and they make a decision to get everybody back. Because they don't want to get in an up and down game, and maybe they were getting everybody back, and they put a heavier emphasis on defensive transition than trying to get offensive glass.
Omar Bala had a double-double today. Seemed to have a real big presence under the basket. What did you see from him?
Umar played well. He's coming along. I know everyone has high expectations for Umar because of the progress he's made, and I think he's playing really well, and he's trending in the right direction. Number 55 is like an oak tree out there. He's a big, strong guy. So it was definitely a battle, and Umar, is probably not used to getting hit like that, and that credit goes to 55. So I think it just took a little bit while for Umar maybe to get comfortable with it, and for our guys to maybe find him on some angles.
What is it when you have a guy like Pella who can kind of build a stat sheet and be very efficient out there for you guys?
Well, Pella is a really good all-around player, and he values that, and we value that. So he's going to impact the game in a lot of areas. He's really coachable. He's got a lot of experience, and he's not afraid of the moment, and he's a guy that is going to give you a great effort almost every night. So we love having him.
With what they were doing, any other keys in your mind early in the second half of that run you guys put on?
I don't know, no keys. We wanted to be aggressive, get the ball moving a little bit. I would say they're kind of a compact defense. I don't know, pack line, whatever you want to call it, but they're a little bit more compact, but not great. They're really not putting a heavy emphasis on pressure on the ball. There's more gap there, so it takes a little bit of time to get used to that. We're used to maybe facing more pressure, and I think our guys just had to get comfortable. Hanging with possessions, moving the ball, getting to the next action. And then eventually, if you move the pieces enough, you're going to find the creases in the defense and the little pockets to either penetrate or make passes.
So do you feel like it was good in that sense for you guys? Because I know you schedule trying to get different styles of plays.
We like scheduling, good teams, and we don't sit on a whiteboard, TJ and I, and say, well, let's find a team that play. We just come on. We schedule the games we can get on the dates that work, and we don't overthink it like that. But obviously, there's great value in playing a program like Colgate. Colgate, had Syracuse down 20 at Syracuse, and so that says something to them. So for us to come in here and kind of get a lead on them and build on it over the course of 40 minutes, I think it's a great thing.
Your thoughts of possibly being number one?
I think it's great. It's what we want in this program, and I think we got to get comfortable being in this position. We're not going to get big heads or make it too big of a deal, but I know when I came to this program, my dream is to make it one of the best in the country. And if you're one of the best in the country, you're going to stumble into being number one once in a while. So handle it. And that'll be the message, and hopefully our guys will handle it well. And I think it's something. It's great for the fans. It generates a little bit of excitement. But at the end of the day, Saturday, I don't think Wisconsin cares. So you're going to have a hard game for 40 minutes against a really good team. So you don't. If you're number one, you don't start out 5-0. You started out 0-0. And so we'll just approach it like that.
When you were at Gonzaga, you had that happen a lot. Go one down, one again. Did it make a difference the way teams shoot at you? Do you find it's just an extra thing when you come in as number one?
I don't know, because I don't know what those other teams are thinking. I'm not asking them. I'm not saying, are you guys playing harder against us because we're number one and number two? So I don't know. I mean, you'll have to. I mean, you could. Maybe you could say, yeah, it's a bigger deal. I don't know. I mean, for me, listen, I don't know what Duke was rated when we were playing. I don't care if Duke was rated 101. We wanted to go in there and win that game. And we were going to play our butts off no matter what. So, I mean, that's a question to ask the opponent, not me.
Caleb Love is averaging career high in assists. He had combined 4 steals and blocks tonight. Has he been a better all-around player than you thought, or has he been the player you thought he was?
Well, he's really talented. He's a good basketball player. And, I just told him, you're going to come to Arizona, you're probably not going to score 25 a game. And just the way we're kind of built. But you can have a big impact, and here's some of the things we can do offensively, but I'm also going to demand you be good in every other area. And he's been 100% receptive to that. I think he's doing a great job. I think he, had 8 rebounds today I saw, which is awesome. And I'm proud of the progress he's making, and I'm proud of the person and player he is, and we're lucky to have him.
What's morale like in the locker room right now?
I think it's good. I mean, hopefully our morale is always good. Win or lose. I mean, that's part of the deal. We got to be steady, and in our approach. So, I think the mood is good, and the guys know that I have really high standards, and no matter what or how they feel like they played, they also know Monday we come in and we're probably going to address a few things and try to get better.
Kylan was talking about his own maturity the other day, and he kind of started off cold tonight, but he didn't seem like he forced anything from that point forward and finished with a pretty good stat line. Is that an example of that maturity?
I mean, a little bit. Kylan, he should be a true freshman right now. So we can't forget that, and he's having a lot of experiences, and learning a lot. How to respond to those, and I just see him trending in the right direction, and I see so much more room for growth that excites me. And Kylan knows I'm on him. I'm on him pretty hard behind the scenes. Because I have high expectations for him, and I think that's what he needs to. That's the way he needs to be coached to meet those expectations. So he's doing a great job. And hey, you're going to have a good half. You're going to have a quiet half. You're going to have a bad half. It's kind of how it goes. And hopefully it doesn't affect the next one.
Umar kind of indicated maybe he's joking, just that maybe shake it up, let his hair out. I mean, do you buy into any of those superstitions, or encourage guys to something like that?
Not really. I mean, I don't notice what shoes they wear. I don't notice if they wear a headband or not. I don't know if they wear an arm sleeve. I just know if they wear an Arizona jersey, and that's all I pay attention to.
I mean, well, mentally, do you think he's the same guy? Have you noticed anything this fall? Just a little bit ups and downs on and off.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think you guys got it under a microscope, and it's just, I don't know. I mean, I think you're, when you're a really good player like Umar is, you're not going to be constantly trending upwards. I mean, there's going to be ups and downs because you're already pretty good. And so yeah, I think Umar's right where we need him to be. I think, he's establishing himself, and, I think he'll probably have some stretches over this season where he's extremely dominant.
Last question. You mentioned coming back Monday. How do you break up again? You have 2 more weeks like this. Do you take a couple days off?
I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll probably take tomorrow off, and coaches will kind of get together and figure out if there's anything from this game that could help us moving forward, and then we'll start game planning for our next opponent like we always do. So I think it'll be a normal week, and I'm sure the guys have a lot of academic stuff this week. So I think we're stepping into finals. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's this week, so. I mean, the guys have a lot more going on than just playing on Saturday at 1 p.m.